As soon as we get ready to start spraying our UV clear, the clouds come in. The irony. Oh, there we go. Sun's coming back. Come on, baby. Yep, there we go. It's poking out. All right, guys, Marco Colbert Speedo Coat Refinish Network. We are over in my personal mechanical shop. This is where I keep my storage of all my personal cars. And we got another good old beat bop, another little beat bop car. Now, this great little car is a Honda CRZ. However, as you guys can see, it is very beat up. We got stone chips. We got, you know, this is like a bonk, dent, dents, scratches, not all over the place, but I don't have any immediate need to fix all the dents and scratches and everything like that. I might do it in the future, but for right now, for what I got in this car, I'm super happy for what I paid for it, for what I have into it. However, we got some headlight problems, okay? Headlights are very faded. So if you guys have faded headlights on your beater car or your, whatever you guys want to call your cars, bebop or Dumbo car, whatever, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to show you guys my method as far as how I restore headlights to the point where it is a permanent job. You never have to do it again. And when I do this for my customers, I put a lifetime warranty on it. So stay tuned. Guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do before you do anything, you're going to want to completely mask up all this paint, all this stuff around the, you know, mask up the whole light. That way, you know, a little bit of pain now, a lot of pleasure later. And basically what that means is put in a little bit of work in the beginning so you have to do less work, you know, in the end of the job. So we have our handy dandy masking machine. You can actually get these on Amazon for only like $70. I know a lot of people, you know, they'd rather just, you know, get a roll of tape and get a roll of newspaper. But if you guys are going to plan to eventually, you know, if you want to ever do this professionally, or maybe you're a hobbyist and you get new project cars all the time, guys, just buy a masking machine. It is, I can't tell you how much time this machine and also the other two I have in the body shop have saved me over the last decade or more that I've been doing this trade. So get you a masking machine, and what this is going to do is, for those of you guys that don't know, look at that. It's going to pull the paper and the tape into one solid sheet that you throw in the car and you're ready to go. So, and now this is the crappy part, the wind, but you're going to put that right there. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can just kind of see how I'm taping this. And guys, don't worry about getting it perfect right off the rip. If you have to come back later and you have to fill in a couple gaps with some tape, we got another roll of tape right there. You can do that later. This is pretty easy because my bumper is pretty banged up. So I got some pretty big open gaps to work with. Some headlights are the body panel lines and the gaps right here where the headlight comes to the panel are really tight. So that it can make these types of jobs a lot harder to do. But boom, look, we took 10 seconds and we already got almost half of the light masked up. I see, and no disrespect, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that, you know, they just want to jump right into it, and they just want to, you know, start sanding on the light before the lights, you know, before everything's fully protected. And while you might get the sanding done quicker by doing that, while I'm taking, you know, 5 minutes in the beginning of the job to go ahead and mask it up, that way, when we do start our sanding, I do not have to spend a lot of time later cleaning up all the surrounding panels when we're done. Okay, that way when we peel this, pretty much when we peel this paper and the light is clear coated, we are done the job. There's nothing else to do. And on top of that, guys, I wouldn't want to wipe, you know, stuff on somebody else's car. You know, if you got a microfiber and you just wipe it with it the way it is now, you're going to scratch your customer's paint. You know, you're going to create like little swirls and stuff. And that's just not what you want to do. You know, another reason why I do this, okay? A lot of people are going to question the blue paper. Like, he's just trying to be fancy. He's just trying to be blah, 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 whatever, okay? This is a poly-coated paper. This is professional masking material. Why do we do this before we start working on the car? It keeps what is on the outside, and it keeps what is on the outside of this paper from penetrating and going to the inside, okay? So water, pretty good resistance to water, not perfect, but pretty good resistance to light water, glass spray, glass cleaner, and most importantly, solvent. Anything solvent related, okay? So whether that's a wipe-on clear, a ceramic coat you're using, or a spray clear, which we're probably gonna do today, it keeps all of that from penetrating to the paint, okay? This is the professional, 100% correct way to do it. This is my mobile auto body setup for headlight restoration. So this is what I would bring with me if I was only doing headlights for a dealership that specific day. So I'm going to collapse this down. I put everything in a wheelable tool cart. That way when I was doing parking lot work like this, I would literally just roll my equipment from car to car to car to car to car, and I wouldn't have to carry my stuff. Work smarter, not hard. So this is all you need. We have our water bottle with a little bit of soap in it, little pump sprayer. We have our Speedo Coat UV Cure 700A. We have our, let's see here, so we don't need that. We have our 1K clear for certain cars. You know, somebody just wants to be like really cheap and they're just, hey, just clean them up, make them look a little better so I can sell it. We would charge them like a little bit of a discount rate. We have our Speedo Coat sanding and cleaning solution in one. Okay, there's that. Our UV clear, a couple spare rolls of tape. We have, what is this, 2500 grit, and we have our, I think this is our 1500 grit. This is a foam sand, so check this out, foam sanding pad. So this will actually go around the contour of the light and sand it really nice. Now here is our sander, okay? This is our Work Pro, okay? And on top of that, we have a interface pad, little 3-inch interface pad for our sander. That way when we got out the 2500, we still have a little bit of flexibility in our sandpaper. We got spare interface pads in here, brand new, in case we need them. We got 5 of them in there. We got other sandpaper. We want to sand something by hand. It's usually the slowest method to do it, but if there's certain instances where we have to, we will. We got buffing pads in case, you know, we do get a small little scuff on a customer's car. We want to buff it out. We got razor blades. We get all kinds of stuff. This is an absolute powerhouse setup if you're trying to be an absolute master at restoring headlights. This is everything in one compartment that you need to fully restore a light to where you can put a lifetime warranty on it, and trust and believe me guys, it pays. All right, so we have finally made it to the sanding portion, which hopefully is going to go by a little quickly. So we're going to do a light spritz of water because we don't want to like oversaturate it and then get a bunch of mess underneath of our paper. We're going to try with the 2500 and just see what happens and just see how it looks. So we're sanding it out. And I'm going to be honest with you, when you've been doing headlights for a long time, I can tell just by the first, couple swipes with the sander, how it's going to look when it's done. Now, try and keep your sander speed a little low. As you guys can see, I already made a little mess up here, but it's already looking pretty decent. It's cleaning up a little bit. That soft pad, we're able to roll the sander while it's going right over that edge. And that way, we don't have to do much of any hand sanding on this light. Now, with most headlights, you are always typically going to have to take your sandpaper off of your pad, your electric sander, and sand this little corner right in here. You're almost always going to have to sand that by hand, which is okay. It adds a couple seconds to the job, but once again, this is a very small portion of the headlight. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as the main surface of the headlight is clean, sanded, get all your edges. You definitely don't want your clear coat to chip off of your edges or anything like that. Go over your edges a little bit by hand, wipe it down, and boom. All right, so now the final step before we apply the clear coat, we got the SMR 705 sanding and cleaning solution. I went ahead, I decided to just sand it with some dish soap water, just to show you guys at home that are trying to be a little cheap. You don't have to, buy this stuff. It does help. This stuff does stay wetter longer as opposed to just regular water out of a, your spout. And this is also not only gonna just clean the headlight, but this is also gonna do what's called a wet check, okay? So you're gonna spray the light, you're gonna wipe it real quick, and that's a good indication of what it's going to look like after it's clear coated. All right. Now, another tool I added to my headlight restoration arsenal this year was this Wolf box. It's basically a high-powered fan. This fits right in the palm of your hand, and it has the power, almost has the power of a cheap leaf blower. So while this towel is damp, we're going to go ahead, blow out our edges, and then they're going to take our damp towel with their cleaning solution, give it one more final wipe, okay? And that is ready for a spray. All right, you're going to want to give this a good shake for about a good 20 to 60 seconds, depending on how long it's been sitting. I would say about 20 seconds for me. Oh no, son, don't stop. You got to spray this UV clear. We need your magical UV rays. As soon as we get ready to start spraying our UV clear, the clouds come in. The irony. Oh, there we go. Sun's coming back. Come on, baby. Yep, there we go. It's poking out. All right. Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh, come on, son. What the heck? Every time I get ready to spray clear, it goes out. All right, here we go. Sun's coming back. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna go long strokes. We're not gonna do little short sprays here and there. We're gonna go long, consistent strokes, guys, okay? This is what's gonna give you the most uniform finish. One edge of the light to the other, okay? Boom, 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 boom. All right, so here we go. All right, it's coat number one. We're going to let that sit. It's already looking spectacular. Here we go. I'm going to hit this one up. Okay, boom. Now the beautiful thing about this clear coat is There's only about a 60-second flash time in direct sunlight because this is a UV cure product. It actually cures extremely quickly, okay? So we're already at, you know, we'll just poke it. I mean, it's already pretty much dry to the touch. I'll go ahead and touch it. I'll just touch like a corner of the light. Yeah, it's already pretty much dry to the touch. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hit it with a second coat just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then, there we go, we'll see what it looks like. All right, coat number 2. Now this second coat, I'm going full trigger. I'm not pulling off of the nozzle. Full throttle, never letting go. And there you go, that's very smooth, very glossy. Okay, so same thing on this one. We're not gonna let go of the spray nozzle, okay? A little trick on the first coat, you kind of wanna let go, okay? Get it on a little bit lighter. Second coat, full throttle, don't let off. But make sure you're keeping it moving so you don't get runs. All right, here we go, second coat. Boom. Smooth, glossy, clean.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
All right, so boom, there you guys have it, finished product. Speedocoat 700A UV Cure headlight restoration coating. Final product, I am highly satisfied as of usual every single time I use this product. Obviously guys, you know, no headlight restoration product is going to take away you know, an absurd amount of wear and tear. We do got some little like stone chips that are kind of ingrained in the polycarbonate plastic that sanding and clear coating is just not going to take away. However, every single set of lights, you know, the goal is to obviously clean it up, enhance safety, make sure your nighttime visibility goes up. And as long as you can achieve that, you know, you did pretty good. As far as the actual sanding with the headlight itself, guys, I did 2500 grit. I didn't go anything less than that. Most of the time, and I've been doing this for years, I went to auto body school when I was 17 years old. The lowest grit I ever had to go with a headlight was between 1200 and 1500 grit. Anything below that is honestly just not necessary. And if headlights are damaged that much, you really should be replacing them. You guys got to remember, this is a safety feature on a car, okay? If they're really that bad, just replace the light. They've been sitting outside now for about 30 minutes. You can touch them, you can drive your car down the road. You know, this is, you know, perfectly touchable. You can put your finger on it, no problem. Good to go, ready to use your car. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on this headlight restoration, showing you guys how to do this quickly and effectively and make it last a lifetime. As always, if you guys are looking for the most user-friendly and best auto body and detail products in the world, there's one place you need to go, www.speedocoat.com. They have everything you guys need, start to finish, to get your projects done. Catch you guys on the next one.